windshield wiper is coming off. I feel kind of weird because normally at this point in the day, like I've already been exploring, I've already done a bunch of stuff, and today I'm barely even putting my food together. I'm definitely not where I need to be yet. Yeah, it's just kind of weird. Adjusting to the night shift has been kind of tough. This week was pretty difficult because of it. But it doesn't matter. I'm gonna go out, and tonight I'm gonna end up having like breakfast for dinner so I can have breakfast for breakfast tomorrow, and drive to where I need to go today because it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Explore a little bit when I get there, and then I'll do some extra exploring I guess in the morning after I have breakfast. And that's just the way that it's gonna have to work over these next several months that I'm working night shift, but I'm gonna make it work for sure, and keep filming these videos, which is good. So I'm excited for this one. This is going to a place that I've never been, which is always like an awesome thing, and maybe there's some fishing there. I'm not sure yet. My windshield wiper is coming off. I want to stop and check out this abandoned little farmhouse really quick. Eesh. It's actually been raining pretty darn good though. Let's see what we got in here. Broken window. Little leather couch on the porch. That's what they would have been looking out on. This is just like a shed type thing. It doesn't actually lead into the house. Oh man. There's a bunch of trophies back there. It's a pretty good sized basement down here, but that I think I'll avoid, especially with all the water and everything. Let's see. Cool green chair. It says the executive suite, and it's the bathroom. Oh, check it out. It always trips me out to see houses like that have just been let go, because it was actually, you know, it seemed like it was a nice house at one point, and man, what a shame. So there's this cool historic marker talking about Susan McSween Barber, who was the cattle queen of New Mexico. Basically, this marker just talks about her life. It's double-sided. Both sides have her story on it. But this side, you know, basically talks about how she had 1,158 acres, acquired 8,000 head of cattle, and, you know, was the territory's largest cattle baroness. And she's buried actually in this cemetery that is right up behind the signs. So that's cool, because I get to check out a historical marker and then check out one of my favorite things, which is this cemetery. So I'm going to go look for her grave. The gate here, built by Bud Payne in 1982. I'm not sure what this symbol is, but there's several of those around this cemetery. This is Lincoln County Deputy Sheriff James Bell, murdered by William Bonney, aka Billy the Kid, during his escape from the Lincoln County Jail. And then there's a ton of coins on this guy's gravestone. It's been raining all day and it smells so good out here. Like, all I see in this backdrop, all that, I smell all of it. Everything smells so good, and this is beautiful. This is a beautiful area. Here's that Susan Barber, who was the cattle baron. Sounds like she was a tough chick, according to the sign. This is White Oaks, New Mexico. It says it grew rapidly after the discovery of gold in 1869. From tent city to bustling mining town, it was the largest town in Lincoln County with cultural events and an occasional bandit. Gold depletion and failure to grant railroad right-of-way caused its demise. This town's not completely abandoned. There's still residents here, and there's an operating saloon, but I think, you know, some of the areas have been abandoned, so I'm going to check that kind of stuff out and just see what's here. Every single road in this town is like this, like super muddy. I'm worried about getting the van stuck, so I kind of pulled off into a little dry patch. And I'm going to head over here. This is the old schoolhouse of this town. So I want to check this out and see what it has to offer here. So this is cool. The sign's really hard to read, but it says that the safe was in the post office and it was blown open and robbed in the 1920s. So somebody blew it up and took everything from it. So it says a registered property of the state of New Mexico, but they have it all closed today. You know, it's Saturday, 5/25, so they didn't know exactly when they would close, but I guess they're closed today. So the schoolhouse should be open for a tour tomorrow, so I think I'll just hang out and then see if I can't get in there tomorrow and give a tour for that. It looks really well preserved. A lot of the places in this town are pretty well preserved. Like I said, there's a lot of people still living here. And today apparently is actually like a Wild West day at the No Scum Allowed Saloon, which is like the bar that's in town. So I'm gonna go check that out. There's supposed to be some live music and stuff, so let's see what's going on. So the saloon is actually like way packed. It's super busy, and everybody's getting rowdy and drinking in there, which is not really my vibe. So I found this abandoned little cabin, this abandoned little shack. This is definitely way more my vibe. So I'm just gonna check this thing out really quick. I get social anxiety, so like me and this cabin get along a lot better than me and people. This thing is cool though. There's not much to it. It's pretty empty and abandoned, but there's the view out the back door. Out front here, there's a windmill. On one side it says Heart's Desire, and on the other side it says Welcome to White Oaks. So tonight's dinner is one of my all-time favorite things to eat. If you guys have been following the channel for a while, you know I usually get these in a restaurant. But I'm going to show you guys how to plate everything. So these are Huevos Rancheros. So I put corn tortillas down, and then I have some pinto beans. You can do either whole pintos or you can do refried. I like both. I like, you know what I mean? It just depends. Like some restaurants will offer, when you get it in a restaurant, some restaurants do it one way and some restaurants do it the other way. But yeah, you can use refried or whole. I went with whole today because that's just what I was feeling. Next component, you have to have potatoes. I typically like hash browns. I like the shredded style hash browns, but I didn't feel like shredding them myself, so I got these ones from a pack, and I made these potatoes, you know, just some frozen potatoes there. But so you got it like half and half. See, half potatoes, half beans. Now I like my Huevos Rancheros to have something else in them, so that's where the bacon comes in. My favorite place that I get them from is called Vic's Vittles, and they do loaded, so they do bacon, sausage, and ham all in there. But I chopped up that bacon, got that bacon all ready to go, good in there. So now you got, see, that's what it looks like right there. And now for this, I always go Christmas chili. That's why you saw me put the green and the red in there. I don't mind that it's mixed. A lot of places when you get Christmas, they'll show it to you kind of half and half. They'll put like half green on one side and half red on the other side. I mix it all up as soon as I start eating it anyway, so I mixed it all in there. So now you got that. And then the final component, you always got to have eggs. That's where the huevos come in, from the Huevos Rancheros. And I did mine sunny side up. You got the yolks and then the crispy bottom right there. That's exactly how I like my eggs. Oh no, this one broke. Maybe a little more runny than this, but nonetheless, there you guys have it. Huevos Rancheros. I'm so excited for this. This is probably the most like exciting thing that I have made for myself to eat out here camping, and it was cool. I came up to this camp spot. This is a camp spot that I've known about for a while that I've wanted to try, and it's really nice. I haven't tried it yet because it's a paid spot, so you got to pay for it, but you can see the scenery behind me is amazing, and it's actually lava fields down there. So it's just something really cool. It's in the area that I want to be in because I do want to go check out that schoolhouse tomorrow, hopefully. So yeah. You can't beat that. You cannot beat that. Huevos Rancheros with this view behind me. How do you beat that? Have one of these too, because you can have sparkling water with Huevos Rancheros if it's for dinner, right? Normally you have coffee. So the night shift thing hasn't been too bad. It sucks. I don't really like working nights, but it is what it is, and it's only temporary, right? So I'm just gonna get through it. I'm still gonna come out and film my videos. I'm still gonna do my thing because you know, I have a lot of people to kind of prove wrong about YouTube. I have some people in my life, you know, that think that me liking to do these videos is silly, but it's like I like to do the videos regardless of whether or not like I gain subscribers or I gain a following or I make it a living. Like I'll come out here because I have fun. Gaining subscribers and like eventually maybe having a monetized channel or whatever that is like a byproduct of that. But I'd really like to prove those people wrong. So if you're at this point in the video and you haven't subscribed yet, now's a good time to help me out, because I just want to shove like I just want to do it. You know what I mean? But yeah, you can't beat this. Like, it stopped raining. It was raining earlier. It stopped raining. The clouds have just been passing me by. And this is my view out here while I'm eating, you know, my favorite food, hanging out, having a good time, talking to you guys, talking to my friends here. It's awesome, man. I actually found a really good prickly pear right next to my campsite. So it was actually right in those bushes right there. So I didn't bring dessert, but I did get dessert. That is for sure. Look at that. You do have to be kind of careful when you handle these things. The thorns don't hurt too bad, but they do have some thorns. So gotta be a little bit careful. But this stuff is pretty good. They got a lot of seeds though. I always have a lot of seeds. I don't know the secret. I always just kind of end up scooping them out. There's like an observatory area like right up here that I want to go take a look at before it gets dark, because it's about to start getting dark on me, but the sky still looks pretty awesome. It's like one of the reasons why I'm not exactly happy about working nights is, you know, now that it's dark outside, but I got to stay up. I mean, my schedule is so different. I'm not going to be able to go to sleep like I normally would. Normally, I would be laying down and getting ready and editing my video and stuff like that. But now I got to entertain myself. So I'm just going to get on my game and kind of hang out. And I have service where I'm at, so I'll be on my apps or whatever. But yeah, it's a comfortable night, at least. It's not hot at all. It's actually kind of cool, which is nice. So when I do fall asleep, I'll sleep good. And hopefully I'll be able to sleep through the morning. It's breakfast time, so I'm just making some bacon here. And it's probably, I got up, it was about 10:50, so it's about 11 o'clock right now. And I think that schoolhouse yesterday had said that it'll be open today at 12 to go check out that schoolhouse in White Oaks. So I'm only about 10 minutes away from that, so I'm just gonna sit here and enjoy my breakfast and then go check out that, and hopefully somebody's there. You can see a little bit further today because the clouds aren't here. This is the Keto Super Coffee Vanilla Latte, in case you're wondering what coffee I'm having this morning. A lot of people have carved into the bricks of this old schoolhouse. People here from 1987. This is like the back porch. This place is actually pretty huge, and then it just runs. It was just built into like the side of this hill here. So nobody's at the school yet to let me in, but this looks like it's like an old general store or something like that. Pretty cool. They're closed too here. They got this cool bike. This is a cool little example of like how it was boom and bust, right? So 1879, first gold claim filed. 1880, the post office was established. In 1914, they got electricity, and by 1946, the post office was closed. So the school's closed, but this is an example of like an old miner's home. And I didn't see anybody here, so I thought it was closed. But this says, thank you for visiting. It's a self-guided museum that's open all year long. So this is pretty cool. I mean, aside from like her being incredibly creepy, it's kind of cool that this is like a little self-guided home. So obviously that would have been the kitchen. Back here, laundry? I don't know, post-surgeon's icebox. Maybe some storage. This is a bedroom number 1. This is actually pretty cool how they have it set up.
to essentially like reflect what it would have looked like in, you know, the late 1800s. Scary mannequins sitting at the mirror and everything. This is the tool shed in the back of this little house. It just has a bunch of like old mining equipment and tools. Tons of shovels, horseshoes, big bucket, toolbox. Very cool. So if I don't get to go into the schoolhouse, here's a picture of that back porch and then like the students and teachers and stuff. I don't think this guy's alive anymore. Check out this guy in the road.
So it is a no-go on the school, but this isn't the last time that I'll be in this area, and this is not very hard to get to, so I will try to do the school maybe in a different video on a different day as I'm passing through or something like that. So in these small towns, like, you know, they post the hours, right? It's 10 to question mark on Saturday and 12 to question mark on Sunday, and it's more like question mark to question mark. I mean, they show up when they want to show up, and it is what it is. So maybe I'll see that on a different day. So I'm on my way back home now, but there's this little town along the way called Corona, and they have this park. I haven't fished this weekend, so I think I'm gonna try, but I don't have any worms, so I'm gonna look around, see if I can pull up some worms, and then if not, I have salmon eggs and power bait, but that stuff doesn't really work, like, unless it's stocked waters. So I'm gonna see. I mean, I guess this is probably stocked, but we'll see. We'll see if I can find some worms and then go from there.
Check this out though. This is just, it's a park. So this is the park in this little town. They have this pond and then some seating areas and a playground and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's not in the cards for me today fishing. So I've had a couple good weeks fishing though, so I was due for a bad day. And then I had a local tell me that there was a bunch of catfish in here. I don't really have anything to catch catfish with, but there's other stuff. I had nibbles on my salmon eggs, but I think the fish that were nibbling those are kind of small, so they never actually took it, and I don't think they could swallow the hook. Pick up this trash here.
I got a little hungry, so I stopped at this place called the Front Porch. It's got like a nice little park there and then a little spot to eat under here. It's like a food truck, so I'm excited to try it out. So check this out.
Don't need the paper there. Very good. Yeah, so the Front Porch, it's in Estancia, New Mexico on North 5th Street. It's like the main street. Burger, 6 out of 10. I added green chili and pepper jack cheese. I fear that without that it would have been bland. I don't think the patty was seasoned very well. The fries, 10 out of 10. The fries were amazing. They had salt and pepper on them. They were really, really good. They were like hand cut and fresh. And then I got a shake to go, so let's see. That's a 10 out of 10. I got the salted caramel, and that is bomb. That's really, really good. So if you're ever in Estancia, New Mexico, for whatever reason, there's nothing here, stop and support it. The lady was super nice. She was super, super cool. So just give her some business. And just like that, I'm home. So thank you guys for stopping by, and I will see you guys next week.